Hi everyone, here is Astro. The subject of my speech is 75 million tons. Glaciers say bye to us. As we know, polar bears are endemic animals to the Arctic and the penguins are endemic animals to Antarctic. But the penguins that we know are not real penguins. They are misnamed because the real penguins lived in the Arctic and they have already been extinct for 200 years. The penguin's scientific name is Penguinus impennis. They were 75 to 85 centimeters tall and weighed about 5 kilograms. People found them in Arctic in 17th century and hunted them as food. But in the 18th century, the Earth went through a severe climatic upheaval, and the last two Penguinus impennises died in 1844, then completely disappeared from the Earth. The purpose of my speech is to show people how important are glaciers to both of human and animals and warn people to save our glaciers. Now we are facing a severe climatic upheaval too, because of environmental damage from the industrial evolution and bushfires in Australia, North America, and Brazil from last year. The greenhouse effect is getting worse and worse. This causes glaciers to thaw faster. In fact, it is predicted that 75 million tons glaciers will disappear before 2040. Here are some examples about aftermaths of glaciers thawing. Glaciers thawing will endanger animals' life, even extinction. Animals such as the polar bears will die out because they can't hunt cells without ice floes. Walruses will die out too because they are used to live on sea ices, and the climate warming makes their habitats are getting less and less, and many walruses have fallen down from precipitous cliffs and died. Tens of thousands of Antarctic baby penguins froze to death because they couldn't survive in anomalous rainstorms. As humans, we can't escape the aftermaths of glaciers thawing either. A 2015 study in the long-term water supply. Scientists they report that Geneva experts points out climate change is speeding up melting on Earth's frozen peaks, threatening the planet's long-term water supply. Glacier thawing can impact water supplies. Harry said glacier-fed rivers follow through will face severe water shortages. A 2005 study in the glaciers melting at alarming rates. Water problems theory reports that the author points out rapid melting of glaciers can lead to flooding of rivers and to the formation of glacial meltwater lakes, which may pose an even more serious threat. Continued melting or clouding of ice trunks into lakes can cause catastrophic glacial lake outburst floods. Glacier thawing can also cause floods. Many ice melange will fall into glacier lakes. Outbursts of these glacier lakes will cause floods. According to Jennifer Lehman, a graduate of Smith College and the UC Santa Cruz Science Communication Program, 12 scientists found 28 new virus groups in a melting glacier. January 23, 2020, researchers drilled a 164-foot hole into the glacier, gathered two ice core samples from the 15,000 years old glacier and then later identified them in a lab. In total, they identified 33 various groups, 28 of which were completely new to science. Sometimes there are many kinds of fatal ancient variants trapped in the glaciers. If these glaciers melt, masses of bacteria and other microbes will be liberated. We have never seen them before, and we might be infected to death because we don't have antibodies to them. The most serious consequence of glaciers thawing is it can cause sea level rising, and many countries will disappear, such as Maldives, Tuvalu, Bangladesh, Nauru, and lots of coastal lowlands. For preventing exasperation of thawing, glaciers thawing, we must set an overall human goal. We have to reduce industrial pollution to save the glaciers. For, for example, we can close factories whose carbon emissions are excessive. Everyone has their own personal responsibilities, such as choose new energy vehicles, high-speed roads, subway, electric stoves as your transportation. Glaciers thawing will cause global distress to all humans and animals. The basic need to preventing glaciers from thawing is to reduce carbon emissions. As members of the Earth, we have responsibility to protect common home of humans and animals. We must stop glacier thawing. There are lots of things we can do to stop glaciers thawing in our daily life. For example, we can walk or ride bicycles to a close destination and choose new energy vehicles and public transport to a far destination. If we still don't be awake to the severity of glaciers thawing, the planet will lose glaciers forever. We don't want glaciers to say bye to us, right? Thank you, that's all.